class of masons who built all the cathedrals and castles of the old world. A lot of people think they're bad, but I was reading their internal literature and I'm not so sure.
Literally has free Masonic tattoos on his back.
It's not meant to be easy, bro. It's meant for the person seeking to find it. That's what it's about.
Masons wore feathers in their caps to signify achievements.
So there's this guy right here, Joe Felz. Recently, apparently he passed away. Cause of death for influencer Joe Felz, 40 revealed. He was friends with this guy right here. Apparently he made a car that runs on water or some shit. I don't know. He did something scientific like that.
Plastic waste and turn it into a gallon of my plastiline, a gasoline alternative made from plastic waste. Well, let me tell you what it's going to be.
I'm not sure exactly what he did, but he was friends with this guy, and he's like, oh yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm sad this guy died and whatever. And this guy, I'm not sure what the fuck he had going on, but apparently he was starting a library with a bunch of old, like, antique books. Because he was like, damn, like, people, apparently AI companies are buying books to put it in a database, and this guy was scanning, like, pages of antique books and putting it on some kind of database, which is kind of basically the same thing, but he's just doing the work for them, instead of the AI doing it. But if you think about it, it's probably the same thing. Yeah, there's this guy, and I don't know, this guy he gives me weird vibes. He gives me weird vibes. Let me show you. Let me show you why. Let me show you why. The instant that I saw this, I was like, there's something strange about this. Here we go. Solar Pro, real estate investor, app developer, van lifer, world traveler, business consultant, genuine dude. Here we got him right here.
As a species, as a civilization, energy of activation required. People want to know how I wound up in a cave full of 45,000-year-old artifacts. It had absolutely nothing to do with aliens and everything to do with energy. I came to Costa Rica to build a renewable energy center. You feel confident in this too? Por supuesto. I was gonna feature.
I don't know how you guys feel about this guy. Like, first impression, first time I saw this, I'm like, there's something off about this guy. Like, I feel like he's doing too big of, like, things to not be on someone's eyesight. And they're letting him do these things freely. Right? And it kind of makes sense. That's why he died. But I'm getting a sense of LARP. I'm getting a LARP. I'm sensing LARP.
All types of energy for classes and education. I have 2 of these machines like that. I can do a whole residential house. A massive solar system with 208 3-phase, 240, 120, the works.
100 kilowatt hours of batteries in here.
Perpetual generator that runs off of water.
That forehead don't lie though. He looks like Vegapunk with that head.
It's like a cocaine, nicotine, Coca-Cola, bro, in your soul. You can't get enough of it, man. People are drawn to Costa Rica. They think they're coming from mountains and sloths. Yeah, that's why you leave Costa Rica feeling unfulfilled and come back like eating a pack of Skittles. It's because you got all the sweet and none of the nutrition.
I feel like there's a lot of places like Costa Rica. Costa Rica does seem beautiful, though. Here he is. Thank you for everyone. Share their kind words and stories. Joe, please keep them coming are helping. The more you know. What is not helping, and Joe absolutely ashamed. And this is woman right here. So apparently he died, let's say, I don't know, in the last 10 days. And his girlfriend posted this shit. And here we go. His girlfriend is posting more shit. Here we got old Bibles. 1 Bible, 2 Bible, 3 Bibles. This is probably another Bible. I don't know what this is. Something else. This is girlfriend right here.
I got a message today about Joe. At the very end of it, it said, "Your pursuit of knowledge has inspired the pursuit in many. Let their light carry the mission while you rekindle your flame." Boy, y'all better be carrying some solar flare type flashlights. I'm healing, not healed. There's a big difference between the two.
Right, this woman, all prayers go out to her. She's grieving if this man was actually her husband, not saying that he's not, but like, I don't know. Probably is. I just feel like something's off about this. And I've had this feeling ever since I first found out about this. About Joe Felz. Ever since I saw him. Here we are, 40. I feel like he's too online. He's too online too. Like his life just feels like a reality show or almost. And I feel like that isn't a common thing with people who are doing these types of things, because, you know, they want to do everything in silence. They rather be more incognito. But no, this guy, he wants to be like,
I have a moral
he wants to be in everyone's face, which is odd to me.
dilemma with electricity.
Because if you're always in someone's face, what does that mean? That means you're influencing them. Which, like I've said before in different reactions or whatever, like when we're talking, just because these people are, let's say, maybe he's a Fed. I don't know if he's a Fed. Doesn't mean that he couldn't be doing some things that are like good. This is the main thing that kind of ticked me off when I first saw him. This right
Ever
here.
had the feeling that this thing is spying on you? Well, you would be correct. It is listening to you all the time. And I, for one, would like to stop the spy. With everything going on in my life, from old Bible to solar science to free energy, I'm switching to a new phone. This is the Alpha.
This right here. Bro is doing ads. And of course, there's nothing wrong with doing ads. Like, get your money up, I don't care. But it seems odd. I'm telling you, there's something odd about this. I wouldn't think that he's out here doing ads. I feel like he would be against, like, selling these type of equipment. But I would imagine these types of people, they wouldn't buy this big ass brick of a phone. 53K likes for an ad too. That's strange.
Information.
53K likes for an ad when a post by them, which is not a paid sponsorship, regarding, I don't know, whatever, only gets 1,800 likes. Something's not adding up.
What the hell's going on with the sky in America? There's another chemtrail. Who has questions about the Freemasons? In my hand, I have a Freemason Bible from the 1950s. And are you going through a tough time right now?
But yeah, you guys get the point. You guys can do your deep diving. Apparently, he was free energy. He was trying to figure out free energy. I'm not sure exactly what's up with that. But yeah, he was getting these old books. He was a van lifer. I guess he moved to Costa Rica. That's basically him. I saw Izzy uploaded this video right here. Library, okay? Meet the Freemason who tricked TikTok Joe Felz. And I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if he's lying. Because this whole situation seems too odd. Because usually when things like this happen, they just keep it hush. They usually don't say anything about it. But for some reason, they want to blow this up. That doesn't make sense. So, yeah, we're going to check out this video. There's also this video right here by Sling and Stone. I don't think we have enough time to watch this, but we'll for sure watch this one by Izzy. Or maybe I should watch this one. I don't know. We're going to start with this one by Izzy. So let's see what Izzy has to say about Joe Felz. Bro, Izzy, an elite researcher, man. I'm never going to stop glazing Izzy. Man is a crazy researcher. He always finds out the most insane information. So let's watch this video by Izzy.
And if that's not enough proof for you, he literally has free Masonic tattoos on his back.
Ooh, shit.
Joe Felz was a content creator as well as a truther who recently and very unexpectedly passed away. Now, his death comes at a time that is quite controversial. Not only was Joe quite young, but he also was going to be releasing...
As we saw, he was 40. We saw it on his Instagram post.
A library that contained some older SO...
Yeah, he was gonna upload the library, and I thought it was released already. I thought he did release the library. So I guess he did not release it.
Esoteric and religious texts. Many people are beginning to say this is maybe the reason Joe is no longer with us. And I have some thoughts on this that might not be the most popular take, but it is the closest to the truth. See, the truth is sacred, and the truth is the closest that we get to interacting with God on a daily basis. Jesus Christ said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life." The Theosophists say there is no religion higher than the truth. Socrates argued that the good is potentially truth in and of itself. It's congruent with the good, and the good is the fundamental basis of essentially all of Western philosophy, which I studied extensively, have a degree in, and I try to share with all of you each and every video. This is my take on this situation, which is the truth. Now, this is a video that Joe posted of the books he was going to be uploading to his library that he called the Felz library. Now, the audio isn't the best because a lot of these videos are beginning to be deleted from his social media. So this is from a Facebook thing I found, but just bear with the video and then I'm going to discuss it.
Trees of hidden and lost information. I'm going to make a digital library out of everything you see here and some not pictured as well. This is one of 3 Bibles I have. 1878 print, contains pictures, illustration, and information not contained in a normal Bible. Conversations on the Bible. Enoch Pond, 1889. Do we need a Bible? What belongs to the Bible? By whom?
Is someone eating peanut butter in the background of this video? Do you guys hear that?
And where were the books of the Bible written? The lost books of the Bible. Christ and Abgarus. I've never heard of Abgarus. Paul and Seneca. Paul knew Seneca? Letters of Herod and Pilate. Those are the guys who crucified Jesus. The earliest gospel, 1943. Mark was the earliest book written in the New Testament. It was written about 50 years after Jesus died. Was Mark written in Aramaic? Is Mark anti-Semitic? I've never heard any of this mentioned in any church or Bible anywhere. Am I a Jew or Gentile? It's by Thomas Davies, 1893. Cosmology or Mysteries of Creation, the Hebraic account of creation, supported by the development of existing acts of God toward matter. Adam and Ha-Adam? What? Ancient Magic and Magnetism and Psychic Forces by L.H. Anderson, 1895. Very obscure Masonic author. This one discusses how magnetism is everything. In chapter 3, Secrets of the Egyptian Magi. 9 scenes of the Bible with the hidden...
So where is bro getting all these books? Is he just going on eBay and going to the antique book section? Because I'm not going to lie, those books sound really good.
U.S. history in the cover. Daniel March, 1869. Jonah's night at Nineveh. You want to know what happens after the whales spit him out?
Now, as Joe stated in this video, what he was going to do was he was going to take this collection he was amassing and he was going to scan them and upload them to the internet. In fact, this was supposed to go up today on August 6, 2026, but 72 hours before this, he passed away super unexpectedly. And this is where the conspiracy begins, right? Like, Joe unexpectedly passes before he uploads all of these rare esoteric texts.
People think that he got murked.
Like, there's definitely some weird things going on. And this is where the conspiracies begin, right? People are starting to look at his girlfriend, the people around him, and they're kind of building this narrative that maybe...
Yeah, his girlfriend... It kind of looks like on the new agey kind of side. I'm not sure if he is, but she seemed like new age spiritual. He seemed like more interested in the older stuff. I don't know. There's something strange with her. She looks like kind of a crazy girlfriend. But hey, shout out to her, man. She's prayers to her.
She's like a handler, and there's like an Erica Kirk kind of a situation going on there. And frankly, when it comes to this aspect of Joe's life and the projects he was working on, I don't know if that is a fair assessment. And I say that because while what Joe was going to do is like a very noble thing, spreading this knowledge and allowing people to have access to these esoteric texts, these books are not rare. Now, they are uncommon. They are old. It is very interesting. But these books have already all been digitized and put online in PDF form. Now, to prove this, I actually created a list of every single book that was in Joe's collection that he made public, that he named off, and I provided a link to a digitized scan.
Yo, Izzy the go. Wait, where the fuck is it? Bro, oh wait, no, it's right here. Oh my god, of course it's on the Patreon. Wait, hold up. I'm on the Patreon. I don't want to leak everything, but guys, go follow Izzy's Patreon. I don't think it's that much. I think it's like $5. How to follow the miscellaneous occult books, ancient magic, magnetism, psychic forces. Okay, so he actually has link to all these too. He has links. Which I guarantee you, this is not hard to find, guys. So if you guys want to find it on your own, you can definitely find the PDF scans. Yeah. It seems pretty simple, and it's very, very legible. So yeah, you guys just look it up. You can look it up and you can find the scans.
Version of each and every book. I did this for two reasons. One, I wanted to finish what Joe started because it's a really
and yes, that's, bro, this is what I like. It shouldn't. Okay, this is the problem with Joe's library. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay money. It was a subscription-based library. I know this because I went to go check it out. Felz Books. I don't even know if this is the actual like thing, but Explore Collection, Genesis, whatever, click whatever. Why Felz Books? Look right here. Choose your path. View all book scans. This, and that. Oh wait, no. There's a free version. Basic browsing. Oh, it doesn't even work. Nice. So it doesn't even work. So it's not even uploaded. But it's making it seem more mysterious than it is when it's actually very accessible. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be promoted this way. This is being promoted in a way that's obviously to make money, and there's no problem with making money because you're facilitating the ability to find rare books. But the way that Izzy's doing it is he's telling you can find these rare books. You just have to look for them. Because esotericism and occult books, it's not meant to be easy, bro. It's not meant for everyone to see. It's meant for the person seeking to find it. That's what it's about.
It's a really great idea. It genuinely is. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is a concept called flooding the zone. And I'm seeing this more and more in the truther and conspiracy spaces, and now the esoteric spaces. But before we get to that concept, let's talk about these books and what is inside of them, and kind of what Joe was showcasing and what the kind of narrative was around these books and what's going on with them. Now, the first thing I want to address that I know everybody's thinking is, well, these PDFs are not going to be the digitized version of the actual scanned version like Joe was gonna do. In fact, I'm already seeing it in comments, right? So somebody posted this video discussing Joe and the book collection. So I made a comment and I said, I compiled the list of every book he was going to release and found PDFs of them all for download. It'll be up tomorrow. I posted this yesterday. And the first response is exactly what I expected, which is using readily available PDFs kind of defeats the point, though when he's got older copies with info not present in digital or newer versions. First of all, no. They're the same. They're the same. They're the same ones. I found those ones. They're on the internet. They're already there. So this is a video where Joe showcases what's inside some of these rare books, mainly the Bible.
Bro, he's like, this is the male version of a fucking OnlyFans. That's what Joe was doing. He was doing the male version of an OnlyFans.
And I think that this is a good way to kind of showcase some of this.
This is the deepest rabbit hole on planet Earth. I've compiled a collection of Bibles that spans 90 years of history. 3 contain the Apocrypha, Bush-owned family Bible, 1812.
This is what he's calling the Bush-owned family Bible from 1812. First of all, him saying it's Bush-owned is insinuating that the Bush family actually owned the Bible, which, with what I've seen from this, is potentially kind of misleading because it says the owner is Didemia Edwards, which is not a Bush. I don't know. He's insinuating it's like,
hey, who knows? It might be. He might be a Bush. Maybe he changed his name. Maybe he didn't want to know that. He didn't want people to know that this was his Bible.
Bush family, like Jeb Bush, George. Why was Jeb Bush the first to my name? George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush. Bush is not an uncommon last name, so that's a bit whatever, right? But it's from 1812. Okay, it's the Bible from 1812. I found it. It's right here. Now, as we're going to see, a lot of the books that Joe is showcasing feature art and a lot of decoration, and this is because most of them are Douay-Rheims translation Bibles. These are Bibles that are from the mid 1500s and onwards that were published in a manner in which they showcase a ton of different art. These are usually family Bibles. So what he's kind of doing is showing these books that look a little bit...
He's making... Yeah, yup. It's kind of like a Pokemon card, right? Before they had the hollows. The normal hollows, the base set hollows, they don't look cool, right? So how do you get new people into the hobby? You show them the full arts.
Bit more rare than they are because there's beautiful artwork within them, and they're just really like family traditional Bibles. And that's why we see the name on the left. It says Didymia Edwards, and it says owner right underneath. So while this particular Bible was printed in 1812, as he states, that's just the year that it came out. It's the same Vulgate translation that they do year after year and have since the mid 1500s. So each publication between each year might be slightly different in terms of the artwork inside of it and in terms of the way that the manuscripts actually sit on the pages, but it's all the same translation. In fact, it is the way the Roman Catholic Church was competing against the Protestant Reformation at the time. That's why he's calling it a Bush Family Bible, because it is a family Bible due to the ornate engravings and the pictures inside of the book, as well as something he also focuses on a ton, which is the maps, which is something we're going to get to momentarily.
The newest edition of my collection, nobody's seen this one yet, an 1884 Catholic Bible.
One caveat that's also been being left out is the Douay-Rheims Bible translations are Catholic Bibles, and the Catholic Bible contains 73 books, while the contemporary Protestant Bibles contain 66. So a lot of those Apocrypha texts are considered Apocrypha by Protestants, but not Catholics, and the Douay-Rheims Bibles contain the Apocrypha anyway. So the way that they print their Bibles, they already contain the Apocrypha. So if you were to purchase a 2026 publication of the Douay-Rheims, it would contain what Protestants consider the Apocrypha.
And then my favorite is this 1895 print.
Now, the Bible being from the 1800s is interesting, but you can find Bibles that are way older than that online. In fact, there are scans of Bibles from the 60s.
Here, let's see. Oldest Bible PDF download. Here, let's see. 1540, the Great Bible. The very first Bible PDF here. We got this Bible from the 1540s. Holy! This is the first authorized version of the English Bible. This was published under King Henry the, what is that? The 8th? This version of the Bible was produced by Miles Coverdale, working under Sir Thomas Cromwell. Please be advised that with this ancient text, one must be careful and view it together with other edition and prints. In some cases, text gets lost, unreadable due to age, etc., etc. However, this does not reduce the pleasure of reading the original and ancient texts. Holy, bro, I would not be able to read this. No, I wouldn't be able to read this at all. He is right with that.
1600s all over the internet. In fact, here are some of those scans from the 1600s. Here are some more of those scans from the 1600s. Here is a scan from 1712, which is insane. Now, here is a version of the 1812 Bible that Joe was showcasing here. This one has a name written in it as well. It looks like it's J. Sabri, maybe. If you look at the bottom, it says New York, 1812. So this is one of those publications. And again, it's interactive. It shows stains on it. So this is like an actual scanned book. It's interactive like an actual book. And it's just, these resources are widely available. Now, it is slightly different because of the way Joe was going to be going about his project. They were his own books. I get it. But again, these are online.
Full of newspaper clippings.
And the newspaper clippings are something that would have been completely unique to this as well if he was going to scan those and include them, which is totally awesome.
There's also a reference Bible with an entire section of information not found in a normal Bible.
And again, that's because it's a Douay-Rheims Bible, but also like widely available online.
Another reference Bible that contains biographies of the biblical translators.
Now, this is Latin. Vulgate has a photo of Christ as well as the stamps from the actual library. This shows Bible Society records. Again, things not found normally in a Bible. Interesting paintings, like all of this is on the Internet Archive. Now, some people were pointing to the fact that maybe these had rare Tartarian maps or even maps of Palestine in the Bibles. Those are readily available on the internet. Tartaria, more Tartaria. In fact, this entire narrative appeared because he was talking about Palestine and how there's maps in the Bible that are showing the word Palestine on them, talking about how Christ was from Palestine, which, one, he wasn't. He was from Judea, which was later named Palestine. Countries have their names change all the time. But the images he is pointing out, like, readily exist on the internet as well. Like, there are multiple versions of this. So I understand the sentiment, and I understand people are trying to make sense of
So Joe Felz, he's not wrong, but he's also not right.
Untimely tragedy.
He's just not being completely honest.
But, like, at a certain point, like, we have to really ask ourselves, like, what's going on here?
These books contain a ton of truth, but it's not all the truth, so I expanded my collection. These are the books that are going in my digital library. Ancient Magic, Magnetism, and Psychic Forces.
Got it.
History of the Jew.
Got it.
History of Freemasonry and Concordant Orders.
We got this one.
By a board of directors.
It even includes, like, the paintings and stuff that he's always...
What'd he say?
This one.
By a board of directors.
Bro said a board of directors, and it says editors.
It even includes, like, the paintings and stuff that he's always talking about.
1891. This one's gonna be interesting.
I want you to pay attention to that. He only says that about the book on Freemasonry, and when I show you what's coming next, it's very interesting because it's all sort of Freemasonic.
What? I mean, maybe he's just interested in the topic, is he?
He also has 2 copies of this book.
History of Freemasonry, Daniel MacDonald, 1898.
One of which he says was gifted to him by a 33rd degree Freemason.
Given to me by a 33-degree Freemason.
And he also has internal Freemasonic documents that I was actually able to find. But still, there's something going on with that.
Taoist yoga.
Got it. Now, this one is like this is just a yoga book. Like, it's just yoga.
Heroes of European History.
Got it.
Physics and Physiology of Spiritualism.
Got it.
Am I a Jew or Gentile?
Got it.
Magnetism and Electricity.
Got it.
That original teaching of Zoroaster.
Got it again.
But remember that truth is like gravity. It does not care if you know what it is.
Hopefully you get the point. These books are not rare. You can find them on the internet. What Joe is going to do...
I think he was saying that they were rare books.
...was super noble. Again, it's all readily available online. And I think it's really nice of him to undertake this idea, but this is where I start to ask questions, and it doesn't really make much sense as to why he would start uploading these books when they're all already uploaded online. Even the scanned, they're all scanned. Okay, this is not like they're digitized PDFs and they're all scanned. They're actual scans of images of the inside of the book. Like, if I was going to take the time to meticulously scan thousands and thousands of pages, I would make sure they weren't already online.
Yeah, because then you would just upload the scams, because that would be, not the scams, well, this might be a scam, but you would upload just the scans, the ones that are already online, and then, only have to upload the ones that you the ones that aren't online,
which is weird. I would also look up the kinds of Bibles, and I would find out with 5 minutes of research that these are a certain type of Bible that contain books that are not even necessarily rare or anything like that. They're just old. Like, none of this makes any sense until you watch this video.
Oh
Freemason
no.
Bible from the 1950s and a whole bunch of internal Freemason documents. Book of the Apprentice, Book of the Fellow Craft, Book of the Master Mason, a Monitor and Officer's Manual, the Constitution and Bylaws, Masonic Law and Customs, and one entitled The Truth Shall Set You Free. I'll be honest, I don't know much about the Freemasons except the stereotype that they have in modern society that they're bad or evil, but I do know that they originated in Europe in the 14th century and they were a special class of Masons who built all the cathedrals and castles of the old world. A lot of people think they're bad, but I was reading their internal literature and I'm not so sure.
First of all, he says he does this when
Freemason propaganda is crazy in 2026. Holy fuck. Hey, Joe Felz, I'm gonna go join a lodge. You made me want to go join a lodge, man. Hey, let me know what's the best lodge to go to, and I'll be there. Fuck it.
discussing
Just noticed. The hammer.
their like contemporary reputation that they have. Then he says, I'm not so sure that the Masons are bad. This comes after him saying earlier he received a book from a 33rd degree Freemason and has 2 copies of the history of Freemasonry.
Tell you what I mean in the Monitor and Officer's Manual. This one is from 1941. They pray when they start. In the 1st degree, they cover brotherly love, relief, truth, temperance, fortitude, prudence, and justice. Those all seem like pretty good
They
things to
sound
me.
like pretty good things to you.
Mosaic pavement.
You also have a ton of internal documentation. Look, dude, these are internal documents from Freemasonry. Okay, you're literally doing a pitch for Freemasonry right now.
They have their own Bible is very crazy because they have a long-standing battle with the church, specifically the Catholic Church.
He's saying how there's a long-standing battle between the Catholic Church and Freemasonry after showcasing tons of Bibles that are basically all Catholic Bibles because they're all publications of the Douay Remus, which were published to sort of challenge the Protestant Reformation. Getting interesting, right? All of the Bibles he had were Catholic Bibles. They were all Douay Remus Bibles. Is this a Sun Tzu Art of War, know your enemy kind of a situation here?
1938, Pope Clement VII condemned them openly. He didn't like them because of their secret oaths, because they treated all religions as the same and that they mixed Protestants and Catholics. Then in 1751, Pope Benedict XIV reaffirmed the condemnation of the Freemasons. Membership in the organization has been banned by the Catholic Church since 1751, and then in 1983, Pope Benedict XVI reaffirmed its forbidden status and also said that Freemasons may not receive Holy Communion.
Also is saying this all super confidently, not reading anything. He knows what he's talking about, dude.
Reaffirmed 3 years ago in 2023. They're still feuding. So why did the Freemasons have their own Bible? Very, very curious to me. Because a lot of their private and confidential documents line up with church teachings. That the exclusive state control of public education is the cause of great evil? I agree with that. Do you agree with that? That every system of education must be subject to the rules of divine law? And it looks to me like they're agreeing with the Catholic Church on a lot of things in their literature.
Yeah, this is a crazy ass video. I didn't see this bullshit. Oh my god. If I would have seen this to begin with, I would have had red flags, and I would have showed you guys this video in the little preview I was giving. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad for Joe.
And they seem to take deep dives into the meat of the subject. This is 160 questions and answers.
Hey, but again, man, I don't know. It does sound like Freemason propaganda, but maybe he was just very interested and fell into the propaganda. Maybe it's not his fault.
To convey the average Mason the information every Mason desires without taking the time to research. And they are very keen on Solomon's temple. Now, Solomon was the reported wisest man ever on planet Earth, and the building, construction, dimensions, and everything of the temple are a key focus of their studies. I think these guys deserve an honest look. Now, I have their internal documents.
I think these guys deserve an honest look. Now I have their internal documents. I think you've had the internal documents there, man.
If I should release these online, or if I should keep them private and confidential in respect to the order. There's no copyright information. They're obviously public domain. Should I respect the order?
In respect of the order? What? Hey, you don't respect... What? If you're like a normal ass dude, why would you respect the order? Like, the fuck that got to do with you?
So if you have any real first-hand information on
the order. Well, first of all, I found all of these online. They're included in the document. You can go get them if you'd like. I think there's something more here And I think that there is an insanely deep rabbit hole. 'Cause one thing I noticed was Joe always has a feather in his cap.
Oh,
because
it's
what
over.
if I told you
It's over. It's over. Izzy, you did it again.
Freemasons wore feathers in their caps to signify achievements. In fact, it signifies rank and status. And there are countless examples all over the internet. It even references the Knights Templar as well as the Knights of Columbus, which is an order within the Catholic Church that does the same thing. All of the Bibles are Catholic. There's this weird disconnection of like not knowing that this information is already on the internet, and it's kind of like its own conspiracy in and of itself. Maybe there was nothing to these uploads at all, and it was to just flood the zone with information. And if that's not enough proof for you, he literally has free Masonic tattoos on his back. These pillars tattooed on his back are the pillars of Joachim and Boaz, and they are the foundation of all of Freemasonry. So if the feather in his cap is a little too macaroni for you, he literally has Freemasonic tattoos. Like,
damn,
he's a Freemason. But of course, that's going to be over on the Patreon. He also has the caduceus, which is the two snakes wrapped around each other, which is representative of alchemy and other types of magic, and it's also a symbol of Hermes Trismegistus, meaning that you basically practice hermeticism. So he is a witch or warlock or alchemist, or he's a magician, dude. Like, that's what this is. So yeah, if you thought it was weird that TMZ reported his death within like an hour of it happening,
yeah, it's like no one knew this dude. Like, no one. I guess his followers knew him, and like, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's so weird. No one heard of him before his death, and it's like people who die like that. Like I said, they often don't want to promote their death, because what happens when you promote someone's death? Everyone goes checks them out. If this information was so secret, they wouldn't want people to go check him out.
there might be more here than meets the eye, and this ties into my second part, which was flooding the zone that I mentioned earlier in this video. This is not a normal situation, and I knew it was not a normal situation when I knew that I could find all of these books within just a simple Google search. Now, if you want more information on that,
oh my god, bro, my radar, let me toot my own horn. My radar is so good, bro. Just based off of his Instagram, I'm like, there's something wrong with this guy. He isn't what he says he is. And holy fuck, I was right, man. I was right. Thank you, Izzy.
Is going to be discussed over on my Patreon. And part of the reason I finished this was to give back to the truther community, because you guys have completely changed my life. I truly do love each and every one of you, and I see so many comments pouring their hearts out about this guy, and it really bummed me out. So I did want to do something to kind of give back to everyone, even though I will receive comments like this calling me a paid shill, hashtag counterterrorism, which is
bro, and it's like the truth is the most important. What the fuck, America's post-war music? The most important thing is the truth, bro. Is the truth. So get your feelings, get over your feelings, and man, the truth is the truth. That's final, bro. That's it is what it is. Shout out Izzy, man. Beautiful video. Bloodline of the Gods. Tracing the sacred bloodline of the elites are obsessed with. Ooh, that sounds like a good video. We'll save that. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Really short stream. It was only 45 minutes. Wow. But this is the only thing that I wanted to come here and check out, because I saw a lot of people. What the fuck has gone too far? Because I've seen a lot of people, or no, not that I've seen a lot of people. I have. I've seen a lot of people post this guy on TikTok, and whenever something gets that popular, I think it's important to find out why it's that popular, especially when things just don't add up, man. So yeah, I'm glad we saw that.